YouTube, today we're reacting to Gen Z has an erectile dysfunction problem. I don't know about you, my nigga, but I ain't never had that problem. Anytime I pull my shit out, it's boing, just fuck. What did I just do to my computer? Anyways, we gonna see what Ty Buggy talking about in this video.
We're going to the doctor and being like, trying to tell my childhood doctor that knew me my whole life back in my hometown. I was like, yeah, like my doesn't work.
He 28 and he think he got erectile dysfunction.
It's time for us to have a conversation, y'all. Y'all know I'm always talking about mental health and growth and stuff like that on my channel. But today, we got to talk about something, fellas, that we never talk about, all right? Because it's real. A lot of us have experienced it at least one time in our life, but we never talk about it out loud. We just quietly suffer. Behind closed doors, it ruins confidence. It's hurting relationships. It got dudes questioning whether or not...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sound extremely ignorant in this video, so I'm just giving you that warning.
They're even good enough to be with their partner, and that elephant that's in the room is erectile dysfunction. See, erectile dysfunction is not something that's just for...
Nah, nigga, the elephant in my room is that motherfucking trunk, my nigga. Like,
guys, it's a lot more common than you would think. You know, people don't really talk about this side of things because everybody want to act like they be going crazy in the bedroom and they working with a mandingo, but a lot of people have experienced erectile dysfunction and young men are suffering.
I'm on a podcast right now, right? And my dog on a podcast, he 28 and he think he got erectile dysfunction. What do you got, any advice for that?
Got a problem, 28 years old, something went wrong.
Bro, 28 with ED, bro. Here's the thing about ED. I did my research, and ED has nothing to do with like the way your meat work, bro. That shit is your heart. So either you're diabetic, you have some heart problems, you're not going outside, you're not jogging, you're not eating healthy, your arteries are clogged on some, you're extremely stressed. Cause bro, there's no way you should be in your 20s, in your 30s, or even in your 40s having a hard time getting your dick up, my nigga. Alright, time out. If you're liking what you're seeing, do me a favor, tap that like button. And this channel is not like school. There's no teachers here, so you do need to leave a sub. I'll give you a minute. Hey, okay. Appreciate that. Let's get back to the video.
28 years old, you fucked up already? Goddamn, what you do? What, you on drugs or something? You on drugs?
He said it's his diet.
Up diet, man. That nigga gonna crack or something. Bitch, your crack, man. Come on, man.
I don't do
You
drugs.
having problems already?
Yeah, he 28. He said he can't get it up. We think he gay.
What he take? What he taking?
I don't do drugs.
He don't do nothing.
How about when he beat himself up? It'll come up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it up when he beat it. All right. So he say when he beat off, he get up.
Or you might be gay. You just kidding.
See, this is why a lot of dudes do not talk about this. If you tell somebody you can't get it up and you're young, the jokes is coming, all right? Most dudes don't even want to go to the doctor for this because it's just an awkward conversation.
Yeah, I can't lie, my nigga. I'd be the same way, bro. If I heard a nigga couldn't get it up in front of a girl, but he could get it up on his own, but touching the shit with his own hands, yeah, bro, you might be on boys. That's the only way. That's the only way I could think of it, bro. You might be on boys.
Like, yeah, man, doctor, is just not working. Now the doctor got to move it around and inspect it and lift it up, put it in the light and all type of stuff. You know, so dudes is not trying to get this checked. But it's a real problem that you should not just live with. Because when a man can't perform in the bedroom because he can't get it up, it doesn't just affect the bedroom. It affects your pride. It affects your mental health and how you perceive relationships. You got to think about it. A lot of men tie their masculinity to their performance. So when ED strikes, it feels like an attack on their masculinity. And instead of talking about it to somebody, you just bury it.
Does it take 2.5 months to get a consistent erection, or 2.5 months until you even feel comfortable engaging in sexual intercourse?
No, I would say 2.5 months
What?
for consistency like I know I can be. It's embarrassing. It's frustrating. It's humiliating. It only happens when I really care about the woman, so that's the crazy thing.
Which is crazy.
If I'm in Vegas and I had a one-night stand, I'm Superman, which is weird. And it's wild because there's so many things, there's so many factors to it. The first factor is like, I gotta console the woman that I'm with, which...
Yo, I can't lie. This was not an ED situation. But there's been a time where I think I went like 2 rounds consecutive. So I was like, boom, 1, boom, 2. I tried to go for the 3 because I was really feeling it. But my little shit wasn't coming up. And it was more like it's all right, Davion. You've done enough type of thing. I heard that and I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I think I understand what the feeling is. Because it's like, damn, you're really trying to get some in. You're really trying to get some in. I don't care how greedy that shit sound. I was really trying to get some more. But my shit wasn't going for it. You said 2 is plenty enough. 3 times, strike out, my nigga. Like, but other than that, I don't understand how you like someone so much to the point where goddamn, I don't understand how you like someone so much to the point where you can't get it up. I don't understand why why men get performance anxiety. Like, the whole point of having sex is just for the connection. You don't need to, oh my gosh, I need to put in this work. My nigga, put your shit in, do your little thing, and just move with whatever feels right in the moment, bruh. If she's fucking with this, and you keep doing that, and you're fucking with that, and you keep doing that. Like, bruh, it's not a sport where you have to, okay, I gotta get it right. I gotta make it 100% right. I gotta make sure she's feeling the best she can. It's, you guys are both doing a choreography, and you guys just come together and have some beautiful, you know what I'm saying?
I would like to be consoled in that situation, right? I got to console her, let her know, hey, it's not you. I promise you, your boy wants you, not you whatsoever. But then there's so much self-talk that goes into it. I think for me, I get in my head and I don't want her to feel that I just want her for her body. And I overthink and overcompensate for so many different things. And I just want to love her and love her mind, body, and spirit.
What is the ideal thing to say to a person who is not getting erect in the moment and is noticeably frustrated about it?
I would say genuine, keyword, bold, text, highlight it, underline it. Genuine, because we can pick up on bullshit, right? Be genuine in how you respond. And your response should simply be, to be honest, but I just want to be around you. I just want to be with you.
See, ladies, if y'all haven't experienced a man that has had a moment of, erectile dysfunction, how you answer matters so much. Don't get me wrong. It is not your job to contain that man's pride or control that man's emotions. It's not. But how you react really matters a lot. And I know this is a video about erectile dysfunction, but you'd be surprised. Women are still watching this video. I know y'all are watching this video. The way you react really matters, and it's really like it's all good or whatever. Like, just understand that a man cannot control that most of the time. Like, we can't just say get up and he gets up. Sometimes we be like,
I don't know about you, I don't know about y'all, but my girl walks in the room, you're gonna hear the horse sound in that motherfucker. But I don't know. Me personally, I've just never had that issue, but it is one of those things where you cannot control it, bruh. There's a couple times I've been in class. Like, this is one time I've been in class in high school. It was an English class, my nigga. I do not fuck with no English classes back in high school. Them shits was boring as hell. I'm laying down in the chair with my head down on the desk, damn near about to sleep. And then I feel it. I'm like, bro, why the fuck am I bricked right now? Shit was pissing me off because it was one of those situations where it's like, bro, I don't even want to be bricked. There's nothing for me to be bricked about, bro. There's nothing that turns me on about this class. You know what I'm saying? The entire hour and 30 minutes, that shit did not go down to the point where I get up out of my chair at the end of class. My shit is hurting. Nigga, I swear I got like reverse ED, bro. Like that motherfucker needs to go down. I could literally be having a conversation with my girl. She'll be here chilling. She'll be like, damn, you good? I'm just like, it just is what it is, bro. My shit, boy, like, my shit said, sir, yes, sir. Like, Bro, there's a couple times I bitten into some food and my shit went up, bro.
Get up. And because we're telling him to get up so much, he's just like, nigga, I'm sleepy. I'm tired, nigga. So if you make him feel bad about that, I understand, you know, it could be frustrating for the both of y'all, but making him feel bad about it is really gonna mess it up even for the next time. Because now next time, he's
This nigga talking like, it's a nigga talking about meat like it has a brain or something.
gonna be like, oh my God, don't get soft, don't get soft, don't get soft, don't get soft. He's gonna overly think in the moment, and it's gonna happen again. And honestly, the best way to console a man about something like that in that moment is just carrying on. Like, oh, we could do something else. Let's watch Netflix. Don't make a subject about the softie. If you make a whole focus of the softie, that is gonna make that man feel very uncomfortable. He's gonna start feeling handicapped. Like if you're sitting there and you're having a conversation and you're like, yeah, babe, you know, it's fine, like that you can't get it up, like it's cool. Like, you know, you got the gummy worm. I completely understand. Things happen.
Nigga, that would be rough as fuck to hear. If I heard that shit, I would look at it like, just wouldn't say it. That's like me go like, let's reverse this, right? Say a girl coochie stank or something, and you know, it's okay, yo, coochie stank. You know, we could just take a shower, and you know, we could do it some other time. My nigga, you're telling me you gonna hear that and you're gonna be like, you know, you gonna look at him like, and you're not gonna wanna, like, you gonna feel embarrassed. It's better to carry on. I mean, me personally, let's go take a shower.
It's just not working right now. I get it. You know, but you start talking like this, that man is gonna start shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller. Let him have the fight internally in his head, but with you comforting him, it'll calm his nerves, make it easier for him for the next time or later on that day. But do not violate. Do not take this personal. Do not take this as a shot to your ego and start violating that man. That is OD. That's similar to you having a smell down there and he just outright just say,
nigga, use the same thing.
You wash properly, but maybe your lady parts that day is just doing something that you didn't expect. That's pretty embarrassing, ain't it? It's the same thing when a man catches the softie, but he wants to get rock. It's not something he asked for. So just imagine if a man sat there and said, babe, it's okay that it smells like fish in here. It's all right. You know, I kind of like salmon a little bit, but
God,
you know, we could just watch TV and we could, you know, reconvene later after you take a shower and get that smell off. Ain't you
nah.
What, nigga? Don't make a focus on the dysfunction is what I'm saying. All right, just let that person feel comfortable and deal with what they got to deal with separately. To the fellas, studies show that your diet, the amount of stress, lack of exercise, corn addiction, or even endlessly
Ooh, let me talk about the motherfucking corn, my nigga. I don't understand how men watch that shit, bro. I genuinely don't understand how you watch another nigga have sex with a woman. What is so enticing about that? What gets you so hard to the point where it's like, oh my, like, that shit is low-key gay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it. That shit is gay. Cause you're watching another nigga getting off, and that is turning you on. Cause let's be honest, bro, the girl is not, bro, you know the girl is not having the pleasure of her life, my nigga. She's probably doing all the work. Or she's probably doing some like screaming and shit just for the camera. So you're really watching another nigga get pleasured. You're beating off to a nigga get pleasured, and you're pleasuring yourself to another nigga get pleasured. If that ain't on boys, if that ain't the most on boy shit I've ever heard, and especially you niggas that watch neck videos, my nigga, where a girl is giving a nigga some head. You're telling me it turns you on to watch another nigga get his dick sucked?
on social media is creating this dysfunction for men. Now, I ain't no doctor, I'm just telling y'all what the studies say. Because we should not be living in a world where men in their 20s are struggling with this. These are supposed to be the best days in the bedroom. This is supposed to be when you got her swinging from the chandelier, alright? But it's okay, you are not alone. This is happening to more guys than you would expect, alright?
Erectile dysfunction is on the rise for men under the age of 40, and the reason for it might shock ya. In 1999, there was a study of European men under the age of 40, and 5% of them had erectile dysfunction. They did a similar study in 2011, and it was up to 18 to 24%. And then a study in America of men under the age of 40 in 2018 found that 34% of men were claiming to have erectile dysfunction. That survey was a part of a study looking at pornography use. A new study on porn sites found they're visited more than Amazon, Twitter, and Netflix combined. Pornhub is the 4th most visited website on the internet next to Google, Facebook, and YouTube. So porn is something known as a supernormal stimulus. It can take over your dopamine reward systems in a pretty intense way. Like, as animals, we are not used to viewing novel sexual videos the way that we are now, where we can scroll.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the way that shit works is crazy works, because you're already seeing that shit and it's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, you're probably adding the extra stimulus of beating your shit to it, which is boost it to the highest of highs. But it's you're damn near taking a drug at that point. And then as soon as you release, the drug comes on the very, very calm down. And that's when you start feeling that post-nut clarity, that little depression era where you're just like lazy and shit and you just don't want to do anything. You feel depressed and shit. So you go ahead and beat your shit again to get that feeling back, to get your mood, to get your spirits back up. And it's just a constant cycle. And I just don't understand, like...
and essentially physically alter the ventral striatum of our brain that makes us want porn more and more. The recent research on this is so intense that they're starting to link it to the potential increase in erectile dysfunction seen in younger men. Currently, we can't fully correlate erectile dysfunction to pornography use, but I'm doing a research right now for a video about pornography use that is making some new claims and some really interesting new studies that has some genuinely interesting arguments that porn might be making our dicks soft.
100%. Going to the doctor and being like, trying to tell my childhood doctor that knew me my whole life back in my hometown, I was like, yeah, my doesn't work.
And you were what? How old were you?
18.
So like he really
18. 18. Nigga, when I was 18, I was woo. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna say too much because I do have a partner at this moment, but 18, I was my most physically fit for sure. That's all I gotta say. But I feel like a lot of niggas that like have ED just need to go like exercise, eat right, clear their mind.
Oh, even with like you had 10
I had a girl
strippers
I had a
right in
girl
front
at
of
the time. Like she would show up and it would just be like,
and did she? And you weren't even on steroids yet.
no, none of that, nothing. I myself with my diet and my activity, just way too much. Like, cause what I understood was like, I got to a point where like my fighter, like, cause I started doing a bunch of research. This is what actually got me into understanding about nutrition and even steroid hormones, all this kind of stuff. Cause I was learning that like I completely was depleting my adrenals because my body was constantly in fight or flight. Probably because I was so mentally unstable and like upset about things. And then I was doing so much activity and then I wasn't eating enough food. And then I was trying to keep my abs tight. Like I remember it was a point where I would wake up every like 30, 40 minutes around this time as well and wake up to go pee. Because my body was like eating itself.
Nothing makes me feel uglier than when a man can't get it up for me. And I'm not shaming anyone either. Like, I know that's just normal, okay? You know what I mean? And like in the moment when it's happening, I'm so comforting and I'm like, it's okay. And I know that there's so many reasons like that of why this could be happening. But my brain is mean to me. My brain is only telling me that I'm the ugliest bitch in the world. Because I got all this ass back here and you can't, for me?
It's not a bad take.
gotta be
It's not a bad take. Cause look. Say you're with a girl and she cannot get wet for you, my nigga. You gonna feel like, damn, bruh. It's really like that? You really don't fuck with me? And it could be just her, like her being in her head on some, like there's too much going on in her mind. She doesn't know. Maybe and you probably just thinking the worst. So I definitely understand this take.
The ugliest bitch.
See, fellas, the way we see ED is like something random that just happens to us. Nah, it ain't really that random. It's really your body waving a red flag, like something is going on. I mean, there's something that you need to look deeper into. There's usually two main reasons why you're having erectile dysfunction. The first one is physical, and it might scare you a little bit. If you don't understand how your Johnson downstairs works, it basically works off of blood. So when you do get that woody, I mean, that's because there's a whole bunch of blood that's shooting down there. So if your blood flow is restricted by things like clogged arteries or something like that, or high blood pressure, obesity, or sometimes even diabetes, it'll make it harder for you to get an erection or keep an erection. Think about it like this: no matter how much your body wants it, if your body can't pump enough blood, the engine will not work. The second thing is psychological: stress, depression, performance anxiety, and one of the most common, the constant chase of dopamine when you're watching.
But I'll never understand performance anxiety, bruh. Genuinely, but it's always a lot of niggas talking about it, like when they lose their V card too, where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose my V card, and then they can't get up, they can't get brick or none. Bro, as soon as I graze even slightly a bit of coochie, bro, I genuinely don't understand. Again, this is the ignorance coming in, but I still genuinely just don't understand how you could be literally touching that mug. You can see that shit right there in person. My nigga, this is better than a phone. This is better than looking at them pixels. It's in person. You get to see, you get to feel. If you're like that, you get to taste. But no, you're still not, like, really? I genuinely, like, I feel bad for the people in that position, but I genuinely don't understand how that's even a possibility. Like, it really does sound like to me like, damn, my nigga, you might be on boys, but it's not. But it's just like, damn, that's crazy.
Corn. That could literally steal your ability to be able to connect with your own body. It's literally like trying to start a car, but somebody slamming on the brakes at the same time.
The more boobs you see on a screen, the less boobs you're going to see in real life.
How bad is porn for us?
It's completely destroying the male brain. If porn got deleted overnight, we would see a tremendous change in society.
Get out of here.
I have this very simple theory for men, that the more boobs you see on a screen, the less boobs you're going to see in real life. If you consistently see loads of boobs on a screen, your will to go and find them in real life is going to reduce. If you're single, it means you're not going to date as much because you're going to lose the will. And then if you're in a relationship, your partner's probably going to begin to realize you're probably watching a lot of porn. Then your sex life is going to reduce and you're not going to be as connected to them. And for me,
I've never had this issue personally, but I guess it depends on the person. Because for me, even back when I was watching those type of videos and I was single, I still don't watch heterosexual, so I guess. But at the end of the day, it never really stopped me from wanting to talk to women. Like, I still see a girl and I'm thinking, okay, let's get some cracking. I don't think my phone or anything I see on my phone is ever going to be better than a real life experience. So I don't 100% know about that take. What I do agree with is if you're in a relationship watching that junk, again, if you're watching like heterosexual, or even if you're watching like solo videos but like with the face, because it could be seen as more intimate, or if you're watching heterosexual, it's like, damn, why are you watching like another girl get pleasured or another guy when you could just do it yourself type of thing. But again, that really depends on the person.
Porn addiction was one of the hardest things. Like, I watched it like my whole teenage life. Porn is also very different to other addictions because it's so private.
So secretive. How did you break it?
Really observing what I was observing and trying to like step out of the like real dopamine hit and thinking like, this is a bit weird, like it's a bit rank. Honestly, it took me like 5 years to quit porn. It's really not easy to quit it. Then when I became connected to my new partner, Georgia, she actually described to me that it wouldn't be nice for her that I was watching porn. And I'd never really thought about that from a woman's perspective, that she sees it as like a cheating type activity. She was like, you watching other girls have sex, like, isn't you being deeply immersed in this relationship. That's you being curious about other women. The first time in my life I was like, oh, if we're gonna see it down that lane, then I'm not gonna watch it at all.
A lot of men message me saying they suffer from stage fright. Many men suffer from performance anxiety when they're sleeping with a hot girl. They feel anxious but they won't perform well enough. And I'm telling you right now, you need to stop. Do not try and impress her. Take some deep breaths and smile. You're about to have sex, be happy about that. Focus on intimacy, kissing, touching, feeling, ask her what she likes. Start off with foreplay, take it slow, build that tension up. She's not going to care if you're not the best in bed, but she's going to care if she feels like you're not into her. So enjoy the experience and stop putting pressure on yourself.
It's all about the experience, nigga. You do not need to put no pressure on yourself as long as you feel in your heart that you are making love or you're having that intimate connection that you want. I do agree with the take that the last guy said, where it's like, okay, if you're watching it in a relationship, it might seem like you're looking at other girls. I don't personally think of it like that. I feel like it's more objective, because like when you're watching those videos, you're not actually seeing the person for the person. I feel like you're just watching it just to, you know, objectively see, like literally objectifying them. That's what it is. But yeah, no, I definitely understand that.
Oh, you want to know an absolutely disgusting secret about men? And please don't tell anybody that I told you this, just keep it on the hush. So you know how men sometimes have what we'll call issues in the bedroom, and whether it's getting it up, or it's an issue with performance, or it's an issue with finishing, and you're probably sitting there blaming yourself. If you like the guy and you're like, I think it's me, like maybe he's not attracted to me, maybe something's wrong. No, you're wrong. Because odds are, if you guys already like each other and you know that, and there's already a baseline physical attraction and you know that, the real reason he may be having issues in the bedroom is not actually a negative thing at all. It really just means he likes you so much and does not know how to tell you this. I'm not joking. He likes you so much that he is getting performance-based anxiety. It's affecting him getting it up. It's affecting his performance. It's affecting his ability to finish. He's so nervous about not being good enough for you that even though he likes you and you like him in all the other ways, that in the bed.
Here's the thing about performance-based anxiety. I'd rather perform poorly than to not perform at all. Let me say that one more time. I'd rather perform poorly than to not perform at all. You know when you're in in school and your teacher says, at least submit something, even if it's not on time, submit it, than to not submit anything at all? Because at the end of the day, a 50% is better than a 0. So instead of putting all that pressure on yourself, like, damn, I gotta be perfect, at least submit something. Even if it's not bad, that's something you could work on. At the end of the day, the way I think about it, it's like, damn, you're not going to be perfect at anything the first time you try it. You're not going to be perfect the first time you got to work towards it. And on top of that, you still got to learn the person's body. So
Bedroom. He may not be meeting his exact performance standards. I don't know what his standard is. Could be 30 seconds, could be 20 minutes, could be 3 hours. I don't know who's doing that for 3 hours. That's gross. That probably hurts you a lot. But I'm just saying, he's probably not meeting his standard, and you may think it's a bad thing. But odds are, if you've been with him long enough, it's because he's actually so nervous to disappoint you. He does not know how to tell you. So hear from me.
Performance anxiety. Y'all know I did a whole video about performance anxiety. And if y'all don't know what performance anxiety is basically just hoping that you perform to the level of standard that you have deemed in your head is acceptable. And if you feel like you perform anything underneath that, then you have failed. This is what you have told yourself. You have convinced yourself that there is a level that you need to reach. And because of that, you have created some type of anxiety and hopes that you will perform to the standard. And because you have created this anxiety, you don't perform to the standard. So now you have anxiety about the fact that you had anxiety and that anxiety stopped you. So y'all know how I always say, ask yourself why.
It's a continuous loop.
Why do you have the performance anxiety? And it's because you have created a level of pressure. It's because you want it so bad, now you can't even perform. Do you know what's so crazy? A lot of dudes that have this issue with performance anxiety, erectile dysfunction, they don't have that same issue with people they don't really care about. So therefore, it's not that you really have erectile dysfunction, it's you have performance anxiety and it's showing up in your erectile dysfunction. And for the people that have performance anxiety, I want to recommend this book to you. It's called the Let Them Theory, all right? So I'm going to vaguely describe this Let Them Theory because it really helped me.
But real talk, Why are you even cracking shit that you don't like, bruh? At that point, just go back to using your hand, bruh. Using people for the sake of just getting the nut off that's so degrading to yourself, in my opinion. Like, you do it and you don't even feel good about yourself after. It's like, damn, I wanted this so bad. You do it, and it's like, damn, bruh. I don't even want this shit no more.
Throughout your day, throughout your life, not only when you're in the bedroom, give up on trying to think for other people. Give up on trying to satisfy other people. Let people think whatever they're gonna think. And when you have a moment of, well, what if she doesn't like it? Well, let her not like it. Well, what if she doesn't really like me after this? Well, let her not like me after this. It is what it is. It's not necessarily saying you don't care about her now. It's just relieving the pressure of I need to impress her, because you can also do everything you think is amazing in the book and she doesn't like it. She actually wanted it slow, but you went too damn fast. Or she wanted it fast and you went too damn slow. So you can never really control whether or not the person's going.
And that's why you gotta do the choreography, bro. You gotta talk it out. Gotta make sure your partner likes what she likes. Gotta make sure you like what you like. Talk it through. Make sure it's a nice playthrough, bro. Have fun with it. You see, go off their reactions. They go off your reactions. That type of thing.
Gonna enjoy it. All you can do, try to find that intimate connection with that person, and y'all mutually enjoy it. The thing about it is, a lot of the performance of hunching is really based on the man's performance. So I understand why it be so nerve-wracking, but we gotta relieve that pressure from ourselves and understand if they don't like it, they don't like it. It is what it is. Some will, some won't. Let her. This is where the let them theory is very important. When these thoughts pop up in your head just throughout your day, it takes practice. Now, I mean, to just relieve the thought of somebody else, let them, man, and then let me have fun. Let me enjoy myself. So now when it's time to get spicy, you're not trying to think for her. You're more so focused on the connection and how things feel, and you're able to just be present. Now, I mean, use the let them theory in your life and it'll help you with that performance anxiety that you have. But there are other things other than performance anxiety and corn that's causing erectile dysfunction. Things such as overly drinking, vaping, all of those things slowly chip away at our masculinity and our manhood. And just to tie corn back into it, it's because our dopamine receptors, those things in our brain that make us chase something because we know it's gonna feel good once we accomplish it, it's so used to being satisfied by doing something.
Bro, people genuinely don't know how bad alcohol is. Like, it's so normalized to drink alcohol. I mean, maybe people do know how bad it is, but it's so normalized to drink alcohol. When you're in your uni days, what do you see? You see them frat boys taking down beers. You know, you're probably drinking every weekend with your friends. Think of this, binge drinking every weekend. It takes your body damn near over a week to fully recover from a heavy drinking session. So if you're constantly putting yourself in that debt, it ruins your sleep. It ruins like how you feel. You're constantly compounding that debt. Obviously it's gonna affect you in some ways where it's like, damn, bro, I didn't think this was ever gonna happen to me. Bro, I don't even like having intercourse a lot of the times when I'm like off the licks, cause I can't even feel my shit, bro. My shit be straight up on some Travis Scott shit, but I won't even be able to feel none.
Easy by not really doing any work. So those receptors in our brain, it's like, this seems like it's about to be too much work. We could just go in the bathroom and watch a video and get this done. You know, that's gonna be way easier. So now when you got a girl in front of you and you want your body to react in happiness, your body's like, bro, I don't feel like doing this. Like, what we need her for? I'm used to being turned on by pixels on the phone, not by a person, not by a body, not by actually having to do something. I'm used to the hand, not the inside of her. So because you do that so much, your body gets used to it. We are creatures of habit. So once you teach yourself that habit, locking the door and watching a video for 5 minutes is actually where your body feels normal at versus sitting with a girl. That's why I say all these small little vices that we are searching for a quick little feel good is frying our dopamine receptors, because the best things in life, you have to work for them. They take a little bit of time.
And you could always get out of it, bruh. I feel like a lot of the times niggas really be on that type of time and they're just bored. They're really not doing nothing. You're You're just bored, and you're like, damn, might as well. But there's a couple times where I've been chilling with my girlfriend, and I'll just be bored sometimes. I'd be like, damn, I'm trying to, and she'd be like, are you just saying that because you're bored, or do you actually want to? And then sometimes I'll sit there and I'll think, I'd be like, damn, man, am I really just saying that because I'm bored? And I just want to. Like, sometimes it really be like that, bro. So you gotta occupy yourself, do something productive, make sure, you know, like go outside, maybe go to the gym, go read a book. But I know a lot of niggas don't even be fucking with actually doing it, bro. Like you do it and you're like, damn, bro, am I really doing this shit? Like, this shit's whatever. At the end of the day, and then you do it and it doesn't even feel that good. So it's like, was it really worth it in the end? No, because now you feel tired and you feel like you wasted your time. So I'm not gonna say there's something wrong. There's a problem with beating it in general, but like, I swear, when you just add the extra stimulus to it, it's just,
At the end, you get the prize, and y'all know the prize.
Things that you can do naturally to reverse ED, especially for you young guys that may be starting to experience it. Train your PC muscle. Do your Kegels and practice squeezing. Get off pharmaceutical drugs. They do not help your manhood. This will help elevate your testosterone levels and get rid of excess estrogen in your body. No fast food and no processed foods. If you eat these regularly, your eggplant will not fire like it should. Get more connected to yourself. Relax through your sexual experiences. Anxiety and ED, they go hand in hand. Learn to breathe deeply. Communicate with your partner and depressurize the situation. Stop watching porn. It causes performance anxiety, which leads to ED. And it also ruins your ability to connect more deeply with your partner in an intimate way. Try these for a few weeks in a row, and you will see progress.
One of the best things that I think you guys can do is really practice grounding techniques, because I don't really think a lot of y'all have some type of health problem. I think it's up here. I think it's us overly thinking these moments, or subconsciously something is going on and we're not performing. So I think just grounding yourself in a moment when your mind is trying to yell at you, if you practice doing those things, I think it'll bring you back to being able to enjoy the present. And the present might be that woman that's in front of you, all right? So as y'all know how I say in all my videos, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you are somebody that loves to multitask, if you're somebody that could be at the park with your family, but you can't stop thinking about work, or you're somebody that's working out, but you can't stop thinking about a conversation you had yesterday, if you're somebody that is playing the game, you keep thinking about what you got to do after the game, if you're somebody that has a brain like this and you can't bring yourself back to the present moment, best believe when it's time to get spicy, you're gonna be doing the same thing. And the only thing about when it's time to get spicy, the other party that's in the room can notice when that's happening. So once again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So you need to learn how to ground yourself in other places in your life. I give you one of the grounding techniques.
bruh, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I know how to ground myself so well is because the last time I took, not the last time, because one time I took shrooms, right? Bro, the experience was so bad, I was on the verge of tweaking out. I had to, okay, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good. Ever since that day, I've been able to compose in any situation, bro.
That I do when I go out and I go for my walks. Now I'm about to walk around the neighborhood. One of the grounding techniques that I do is I name 3 things that I can see, I name 3 things that I could smell, I name 3 things that I could feel, and 3 things that I can hear. This brings me to the present moment of what's going on. And then when my brain try to kicks on and try to talk to me or something like that, I say this ain't time to think. Now there is a time to think in this walk, but this ain't time to think. I'm just enjoying right now. There's a difference between thoughts and thinking. See, I'm about to get a little deep, all right? So thoughts just pop into your head. All right, there's nothing wrong with having a thought. Like right now, a thought just popped into my head. I'm looking at a camera, you know? But now when you start to think into that thought, okay, I'm looking at a camera. Like, what am I actually doing looking at a camera? Like, who am I talking to? I'm just talking. So now you see how it becomes, it's starting to become a little stressful. It wasn't the thought that was the problem. Because what it should sound like is, okay, I'm looking at a camera and I'm talking. Okay, on to the next thing. It's the thinking that creates overthinking, that creates anxiety. So the
Yeah.
more you master
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
of just grounding yourself, that performance anxiety will suppress. All right, so now when it's time to get spicy, you can get spicy. You can just ground yourself in the moment. Because, I mean, in all actuality, you like what you see.
Yep. I really like that, what he said. And I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, binge watch the rest of my videos. I appreciate y'all for watching the video, and I'm out.